Hey, it's Becca from the Saunders Pack, and today I'm going to tell you my dog sitter horror story. So a while back, we had a dog sitter. But the dog sitter that we normally used from our church wasn't available. And so I went on Rover, and if you don't know what Rover is, it is a website where pet parents and pet sitters can come together and kind of like care.com is for kids, Rover is for pets. So I went on Rover and I looked through a bunch of profiles and I found a girl who, I'm not going to say her name in this video, let's just call her M. So I found M and she looked great. She had a lot of pictures on her profile, some good reviews, looked like she had a lot of experience. So I thought, okay, this is gonna be good. So I contacted her. At the time, we only had the 4 dogs, and so she was gonna watch them for us. And I was really nervous. I always get really nervous when I have to leave them. So, I know, crazy dog lady here, but I always get really nervous when I've got to leave them. And so I wanted to make sure that they liked her and that she could see the house and all of that. And I was nervous about letting a stranger into our house too. I'd never really done that before, but our vacation was already planned and we were going to see family in another state, so we couldn't not go, and we needed someone to come watch them. So we're kind of at a crossroads there. So we decided, like, hey, let's try it and hopefully it'll all go okay. Let's meet the girl first, have her come here, we can see if we get any weird vibes from her. So M came to our house and she met the dogs, and she was really quiet, but they all seemed to be okay with her. Even our dog Sierra, who has a harder time with visitors, did well with her. And so we thought, okay, this will be good. We showed her the house, she was positive, and we were like, okay, I guess this is what we're doing. And I gave her our instructions. I always type out instructions for our dog sitter. I showed her the list and all of that, where their food was, everything she needed to know, and she was gonna come back to watch them in like a week. So everything's fine. We pack for our trip, we get ready to go. She comes over, we say goodbye to everybody, and while we're gone, things seem to be okay. I did start having a weird feeling about halfway through our trip, and I couldn't quite place it. I thought, okay, maybe it's just anxiety from missing them, like just having this new experience. Maybe I'm just nervous about it. But we asked her to send pictures, and she sent pictures of the dogs, and they seem to be doing okay. So I was just like, what am I worried about, you know? I just try to calm myself down and say, it'll all be fine. She's sending us pictures right through our vacation, and when we come home, she's not there. I had been communicating with her on our way back, and I told her like what our ETA was, and it was pretty late at night. So she told me when she was leaving, and we have ADT for our alarm system. And with that alarm system, we have an app on our phone where we can check when the doors have been opened and what doors have been opened. So I saw that the time that she said she left was the same as what the alarm said. And I checked later, and you'll understand why in just a minute. So we finally get home. It's really late at night. It's like, I want to say 10 o'clock at night. So we get home and we're so excited to see our dogs, and we miss them so much. And what we came into is not what we expected at all. This is what we came home to. So our house was completely wrecked. It was super dirty. There was dog poop everywhere, which there should have been none. Our dogs have been potty trained for a long time. So they stay in cages while we're at work, and they have 0 messes. So there shouldn't have been a problem. We know that with confidence. Don't get me wrong, we don't try to leave our dogs in the cage for a super long time. The only time that they will go inside is if you don't let them outside. And even then, they try to hold it for a really long time. And if there's someone at the house watching them, then they should have been going out every couple of hours anyway. So there was no reason that there should have been any messes on the floor. If you're easily grossed out, you might not want to look at this next part. I'm just gonna go ahead and let you know. I'll put right here what timestamp to skip ahead to if you want to miss the pictures. But there was poop everywhere. I'll show you the picture. There was poop smeared on the door. So the only problem that she said happened when we were gone is that our dog Scrappy chewed up a pillow. And we were like, okay, that's really strange. Like, I don't know why that would have happened if you were watching them or if they were in their cage when you weren't there. So, not sure what happened there. Is he okay? You know? And I figured maybe it was a little bit of separation anxiety that caused him to chew up a pillow. And so, the pieces of the pillow that were chewed up were put on our bed, and then our bed was made over top of it. Ridiculous. So ridiculous. So, super weird. I was livid. And so was my husband. We were just like, be kind. We're not even to the worst part yet. I was just like, we need to pray. We need to stay calm. Because if she's not taking care of my house, she's probably not taking care of my animals, right? And I felt so guilty because we had left for a whole week and they were with her and we didn't know she was going to be like this. Here's the worst part. And I'm trying to stay calm as I'm even saying this because almost every time I talk about this, I feel like I'm going to cry. The worst part was our dogs had been hit. No, we didn't have cameras. No, I didn't see her do it. But we've had foster dogs. And you can tell when a dog has been hit and when they haven't. The way that they react to you makes it very clear. And our dogs were scared of us. For the first time in their entire lives, they were scared of us. Chris raised his voice, not even at our dogs, while we were cleaning up. And he was like, "This is crazy," or something like that. I don't remember what exactly he said. And our baby girl, Sierra, flinched. Oh, sorry. That is an image that is so hard to get out of my head. It was so jarring and shocking. We just had to comfort them, and they're all fine now. But this was a major event that had happened to them, and the guilt of, I let this person in to our home. I gave this person access to our dogs, and they couldn't get away. We found bite marks on our floor underneath our bed, which when we talked to a behaviorist, they said it was probably our dog is being anxious and trying to hide from her. They had never bit the floor ever before that, and they did while we were gone. We have bite marks on our floor. And Sierra has had lasting effects. I mean, she already was a little more skittish around strangers, but now there have been so many things that have happened to her, and it's hard for her to trust people that come into our house. She wants to protect me. There's another story that happened with this guy who ended up chasing me, and it was very scary, which also impacted this. And if you want to hear the story about me being chased to my apartment, comment below and let me know. And I'll make a story time about that too. Oh, getting emotional. That is why I do not use Rover. I do not use pet sitters that I don't personally know. Ever. It doesn't matter if they've been recommended to me. Nothing. I will not do it. Not until I personally know them very well. Because I am terrified that something like this is going to happen again. Lucky for us, we found a pet sitter who goes to our church, and she's been doing this for several years. She's so good with them. I mean, she is honestly amazing. Even when Sierra got scared and she nipped her hand, she still stayed with her, and she's even offered to let Sierra practice her manners with strangers, and she's gonna come over and help us. So she really loves our dogs, and she loves our family, and we love her too. This isn't to say that every dog sitter on Rover is bad, because they're not. There are a lot of good ones, so I've heard. I mean, she was our first and only experience with that website, but I know that other people have said that they found their sitters there and they're great. So I'm not bashing the website at all. And while I'm not putting her name in this video, I did report her to Rover. That is why I will not trust any strangers to watch my dogs. So if you've had any kind of crazy dog sitter scenario, comment below, because I'm interested to hear if I'm the only one or if there are more people out there who can speak to this. And if you've had a really great dog sitter story, and you want to comment that, I'd love to hear that too. Encouragement is always good. And thanks for listening. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time.